Good morning, students. Today we are exploring one of the most important topic in electronics, that is a microprocessor and microcontroller. Before we jump into question and answer session, let's understand why this topic matter. Every smart device around us, from your smartphone, your washing machines, your car dashboards, even traffic light, run because of these small electronic brains. Microprocessor handles heavy calculations and data processing, while microcontroller handles controls real world operations like sensing, switching, and timing. Through these question and answers, we'll not only recall definition but also understand why each concept is important, how it connects to real life application, how embedded system design works. So, listen carefully to each question, think about how it fits into what we use every day, and try to visualize how processor and controllers bring electronic to be life. Let's begin our discussion with the first question. Before that, I want to tell you like like the video and subscribe the channel. Let's start. First question. What is a microcontroller? Microprocessor. Okay, what is a microprocessor? Microprocessor is a CPU on the single chip. It performs computation and the process task. Okay, microprocessor is a CPU. It means it designed mainly for processing the data and executing the instruction. Think of it like a brain of a computer. It does calculate logic operation and the decision making, but it need external components like a memory, input output device to form the complete system. It is called a microprocessor. Okay. Next question. What is a microcontroller? Microcontroller is a compact integrated circuit. It is a compact integrated circuit that includes CPU, memory, input output port on a single chip. It means it's unlike of a processor. Microcontroller has everything built in a single chip. It means it can read input, process them, and give the output directly. That's why it's called a computer on a chip. Perfect for controlling device like washing machine, car, and a robot. Third question. Who developed first microprocessor? Who developed the first microprocessor? The Intel developed first microprocessor in 1971. Intel developed first microprocessor in 1971, which is a Intel 4004, and it is a 4-bit processor, and it is used for a calculator. Okay, it is a 4-bit processor and it is used for a calculator. Now, fourth question. What is the main difference between microprocessor and microcontroller? Microprocessor focus on computation, while microcontroller control specific embedded application. It means microprocessor need external memory and component. So it used for general purpose task like a PCs. But microcontroller has built-in memory port. It all is on a single chip. It used in a fixed. So it is controlling the different tasks. Okay, this is the difference between the microprocessor and microcontroller. The next question. Give an example of a microprocessor. There is a two example, Intel 8085 and Intel 8086. Old syllabus we are learn the 8086 also, but in the new syllabus we are directly learning the microcontroller. But microprocessors are Intel 8085 and Intel 8086. These are the earlier microprocessor used in a computers. They handle data processing and depend on external hardware for storage and input operation. Okay. Now, question number 6. Give the example of microcontroller. Now we are learning microcontroller. So it is a Intel 8051 PIC 16F877A Arduino Uno board. Okay, Arduino Uno Atmega 328. Okay, these are the popular microcontroller used in an embedded system, and these have onboard memory, timer, ports, making the self-contained for automation tasks. Okay, the next question number 7. What is the main component of microprocessor system? Simply answer. CPU, Central Process Unit. It performs arithmetic and logic operation and control the flow of instruction. It is a heart of entire system. Okay. Now, question number 8. What is the main component of microcontroller? So, here the main components are CPU, RAM, ROM, input output port. It is all integrated together. So, microcontroller combine all major elements on a single chip. Okay, these are the main component of the microcontroller. Next question, which one is consume more power, microprocessor or microcontroller? It's a easiest answer, microprocessor, because it has the connect with external devices like memory, input output. We are connecting the external devices, so it increase the power consumption, and microcontroller operate on low power because it is a single chip component. Okay, now next question is a which is a faster in execution, microprocessor or microcontroller? But obviously it is a microcontroller, single chip. Microcontroller execute specific repetitive function with minimal overhead, where microprocessor handle multiple and complex operation. So simple answer is a microcontroller. Then next questions. Is the clock speed of typical microprocessor? Its range from megahertz to gigahertz, like example 1.8 gigahertz. High clock speed are required for the running complex program. High clock speed required the running complex program, multitasking and heavy computation. So it is a need megahertz to gigahertz. Next question, see what is the clock speed of the typical microcontroller. We know that microcontroller, so generally from few megahertz to hundreds of megahertz. We are using for the 8051 12 megahertz, nearby 12 megahertz. So microcontroller does not need very high speed, so it will perform between the few megahertz to hundreds megahertz. Next question, what is an embedded system? It is a system designed to perform specific tasks using microcontroller. Okay. Unlike a general computer, embedded system is dedicated. For example, smart air conditioner controller, or a digital thermometer. It is small devices, systematic design to perform the specific task using the microcontroller. That is we call as a embedded system. Next question, 14th, which has on chip memory, microprocessor and microcontroller. Who have the on chip memory? But obviously microcontroller. Microcontroller is a built a single chip. So microcontroller has built-in program, that is a ROM, and data memory on a RAM. So it is a microcontroller. Next question, what is meant by the hardware architecture? What is meant by the hardware architecture? That architecture where program and data memory is separated, where program and data memory store in a separately, that is called hardware architecture. This allows the CPU to fetch the data and instruction simultaneously, making the execution fast. It is used in a mostly microcontroller like 8051 and PIC. We learned the 8051 and PIC, that is a hardware architecture controller. Next question, what is a von Neumann architecture? Von Neumann architecture, it is where the program and data share same memory. In a single memory, program is also stored and data also stored. It is simpler and cost effective but slower as both the data and instruction travel through the same bus. So it is a very slower. It is used in a processor. 17 number. Architecture used in which architecture is used in a 8051? Already I told you Harvard architecture, because it have the separate instruction and data memory to improve the speed and efficiency. Next question 18. Which is the role of ALU in microprocessor? Arithmetic logic unit. It is a perform arithmetic and logical operation. It handle the operation like addition, subtraction, add, or, and comparison. It is a essential like a calculator part of the CPU. It is a called as a ALU. Okay. Next question. What is the role of control unit? Control units means it manages and coordinate the operation of the CPU. It control unit act like a CPU traffic manager. It's sending the control signal to ensure each part works synchronously. Okay, it is a manages and coordinate the operation of the CPU. Next question: what does the input output stand for? Simply input out I/O ins means input output. These are the communication channel that connect to the microcontroller or processor external world, sensor, display, keyboard. That is a we call as input output. Okay. Next, which device needs more external components, microprocessor or microcontroller? But obviously microprocessor. We are connecting different peripheral externally to the microprocessor. Okay, that means that it's a microprocessor. Which is the use in general purpose computer? Microprocessor or microcontroller? For the general purpose computers, we use the microprocessor. Okay, we need high speed data processing and multitasking. So here we are using microprocessor. Which is used in a washing machine, car and robots? See, in a washing machine, car and robots, we are doing the particular task. So here we are using microcontroller. This system needs the dedicated control. So here we are using microcontroller. Next question. What is the function of program counter? What is meant by PC? It hold the address of next instruction to the execution. PC means program counter ensure that the CPU always know where to fetch the next instruction. It's like a pointer in the instruction sequence. Okay. Program counter hold address of the next instruction to execute. Okay. Next question. What is a register? A small high-speed storage area inside the CPU. It's a register, like a memory. It's a register is a temporary storage data, address or instruction during the process. It is a small memory. It is a like a small memory. Register means a small memory. Now next question is a what is a typical data bus with 8085? It is a 8 bit. Okay, 8085 processor, 8 bit of a data at a time. Mainly it can handle 1 byte per operation. Okay, next question. What is the use of the stack in microprocessor and microcontroller? Okay, I forgot one. Okay, the what is the address bus width of the 805? It is a 16 bit with 16 address line. It can address up to 2 raised to 16. It means the 65530. Here you can write here. Okay, 16 bits means 2 raised to 16. 65536 memory location we are using. Okay, now next question is what is the use of the stack in microprocessor and microcontroller? It is a stores temporary data or return addressing during the subroutine calls. Temporary storage This is the memory for the temporary storage. We store the temporary data. When the function is called, address of the next instruction is pushed onto the stack, allowing the program to return correctly after the execution. It is used for this one. Okay. What is the use of the reset pin? It reset the system to its initial state. It means it clears registers and start the program execution from beginning. It is a reset means it clear the registers and start program executing from the beginning. Register means small memory, clean the memory. Next question, this is the last question. What is the function of oscillator? It provides the clock pulse to synchronize the operation. Always, oscillator act as a timing device, generating the consistent pulses that keeps the microcontroller running in the rhythmic, like a heartbeat of the CPU. Okay, it is a main function. It is a very important oscillator. Okay, that's it. This is the question answering part 1. It is basically about the microprocessor and microcontroller basic questionnaire. If the external asked, it is a simply question for the microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, if you like the video, please like the video and subscribe the my channel. Thank you so much.